I'm not Italian, but this is how I would make carbonara. So, first things first, we're going to salt our pasta water. Next up, we're going to get our guanciale going in the pan. So guanciale is the cheek of a pig, so you can see how big this one is. Imagine the size of this pig. So I'm going to go, let's cut a nice slice like that. And then we're going to remove the dry outer skin. Obviously, we don't want to get rid of that. It can be perfect for like broths, chucking it in stews, all that sort of stuff. But for this, we're going to take it off so we get a nice crispy lardon, like so. The fat we want to keep, so all of that perfect. This would be amazing in like pea and ham soup, anything like that. You know, chuck it in a beef stew, delicious. Let's go this way. I'm going to cut mine into nice little lardons just because I like the texture that it brings. Cue the aggressive comments, but I'm sure you could use anything. Smoky bacon, streaky bacon, back bacon, whatever you fancy, really. Next up, we've got my guanciale. We've got a garlic clove. Just going to lightly crush that. Just going to cut it into 3. What we're going to do is we're just going to saute this with guanciale, and then we're actually going to pick it out. We just want to get that garlic flavour in there and then remove it. I like a bit of garlic, so I'm going to go a bit extra. Next up, we're going to get our sauce base ready. So we're going to go with 2 whole eggs, 1, 2. Then we're going to go with 2 egg yolks. And then what we're going to do next is we're going to grate the cheese in. Going to do the cheese by eye. Pecorino Romano, bish bash bosh. I'm going to season this nicely with a bit of pepper. Shouldn't need too much salt, but we'll season it at the end if it needs it. And then we're going to go in with the cheese. So a heart attack's worth of amount of cheese. So obviously you've got these are the thickening agents here we've got. So the cheese and the egg yolk is going to be the base of our sauce along with the pasta water. As the cheese melts and makes the emulsification with the egg yolk, that's going to be the base of our sauce. And mix that together really well. Pan on, medium, low heat. So we're going to go for, it's a generous portion for 1/2 weirdo sized adults. Take that out. I'm going to do the old Jamie Oliver technique. Over to the pan, twist and drop. Hey Siri, wake me up in 7 minutes. We're going to go in with our guanciale. We're going to lightly crisp that up. Also going to put in my garlic, which we're then going to pick out afterwards. We're going to render out the fat. The smell of that is fantastic. See the guanciale starting to render, you've got the garlic, you've got a very light garlic smell. We're trying to do it as classic as we can here, albeit there'll probably be a few people saying it's not classic at all, but yeah, we'll give it a go. Guanciale's getting nice and crispy. Another minute or 2, that'll be perfect. So turn the heat down now just to slowly render out and crisp up. Alrighty, right, so pasta's nearly ready. So now we're just going to remove the garlic. You could obviously just grate in fresh garlic and then keep it in, absolutely fine. To be honest, this garlic actually looks really tasty. You could probably leave it in and be tasty AF. Pasta's ready. Going to remove some pasta liquid for our sauce later. Make sure we've always got a little bit left over for sure. So that's there in case we need it, pasta water. I'm going to take my pan, I'm going to drop the pasta straight in. So now, low heat, a little bit of water in is going to start the emulsification. But we're just getting that starch going in the pan now. We're just going to get all the fat mixed with the pasta. Once we add the egg, we're going to get this nice and hot, take it off the heat, then we're going to go in with our sauce, and then we're going to make the emulsification. Once we go in with that, it's a very, very quick process. So I'm going to lightly season this with salt and pepper now. Only a little bit of salt. The water from the pasta was seasoned, and the guanciale is obviously cured and quite salty. So that water's already evaporated, so I'm going to keep going in with that. I'm going to go in with a good bit more. That guanciale fat is mixing with the pasta. It smells so good. That liquid has become from water, so nearly a sauce. So obviously we've got eggs and cheese in here. Eggs and cheese, the worst enemy is heat. So we want the residual heat in the pan. It's very gentle. We're going to keep monteing this together so that the egg doesn't scramble in the pan. And that slow cook is going to almost make like a very smooth sauce. A bit like you would with the hollandaise, right? The hollandaise is made with eggs as well. You're whisking it slowly over the heat, you get a nice smooth sauce. If you leave it to boil without mixing it, you're going to get scrambled egg on the bottom of the pan. Fraction more pasta water. That's already cooked off. But now we've got a really nice starchy bottom. That's ready to go. A little bit of emulsification there. Okay, off the heat. We're going to go in with our sauce. Egg mix and cheese. Just slowly monteing it in. Keep it moving all the time. And that egg mixture is melting with the cheese. It's going to form the basis of our sauce. We're going to keep mixing it, and over time it's going to slowly thicken up, just until we get the right consistency. I think I put a little bit too much pasta water in it, so we just got it on a very low heat, just cooking out that water slightly, and so it's just going to thicken ever so carefully. As long as you're careful with it, you shouldn't scramble it. It's just really gentle is the main thing. Gentle, keep it moving, keep it gentle. You can already see it thickening around the outside. You're just going to keep it moving, and that egg yolk, as it warms through in the pasta, it's going to slowly thicken up. Really important to keep the pasta moving. And you can see it's already slowly thickening. And it'll slowly start to come together and get thicker. As soon as that sauce looks like it's coating the pasta, we're good to go. You can already see it's getting thicker now. So the sauce is now thick. Guanciale is mixed through. Final seasoning of pepper. Give it a little twirl. Oh, flavour. And a tiny bit more cheese to finish. Will, I made your favourite dish, yeah?
I absolutely love a carbonara.
I know
it looks epic as well.
Just like Mama used to make.
Considering the least Italian person I know, this looks banging.
I think it looks nicely glazed.
Did you use Pecorino Romano?
We did, sir. We did. Good techers there, chef. Not your first time around a bowl of carbonara. I'd say that to all the ladies.
Really good. Everyone thinks it's got cream in it because it has that ridiculously creamy texture, but it's just the egg yolks and the pasta water. The magic of the pasta water. You cut me open, I bleed pasta water. So good.